Hello guys, today I will explain you about Saint Anastasia, my saint protector. So, Anastasia, also known as Anastasia of Sirmium and Anastasia Pharmacolitria or deliverer from potions, is a Christian saint and martyr who suffered for Christ during the time of Diocletian Christian persecution. She is one of the 7 women commemorated by name in the canon of the Mass. The Passio or Sovereign of Anastasia tells that her father was a noble pagan named Protectatus and her mother was Saint Fausta of Sirmium. Because her mother was a Christian, Anastasia was baptized as an infant and secretly raised with Christian values. Following the death of her mother, Anastasia's father gave her in marriage to the pagan Publius, but she preserved her virginity. During the persecution of Diocletian, Anastasia visited the prison and cared for the confessor of faith. She would feed, doctor, and ransom suffering captives. Anastasia's servant informed Publius he locked her up and beat her. Anastasia began secretly corresponding with her advisor, Saint Chrysogonus, who had gone to Aquileia. He told her to be brave, be patient, and accept the Lord's will. After the death of her husband, while he was on embassy to Persia, Anastasia distributed her property to those less fortunate and suffering. She then set off to follow Chrysogonus to Aquileia. Chrysogonus was personally interrogated by Diocletian, but he never renounced his faith. Chrysogonus was ordered to be beheaded and thrown into the sea. After his death, Chrysogonus appeared to Zoibus, a presbyter who found his relic and foretold the martyrdom of Saint Agape, Chion, and Irene. He asked Zoilus to send Anastasia to the 3 sisters as encouragement. 10 days later, Anastasia visited the sister just before they were tortured. After they were martyred, Anastasia buried them. Anastasia spent her time traveling from city to city, caring for Christian prisoners. She healed their wounds and relieved their pain. She was given the title delivered from potions, because she would often heal by many from the effect of poisons and potions. Anastasia were arrested in Illyricum. Anastasia was arrested in Illyricum and taken to the prefect of the district for being Christian. He tried to persuade her to deny her faith and threatened her with torture. Anastasia could not persuade, so she was given to pagan priest Ulpian in Rome. He presented her with the choice between riches or suffering, luxuries or torture devices. She chose torture. He gave her 3 days to reconsider, and then moved by her beauty, Ulpian decided he would defile her purity. However, once he went to touch her, he was struck blind and his head burst into extreme pain. On his way to the pagan temple, he fell and died. Saint Anastasia, now free, set out to care for impersonate Christians. Along with Theodota, a pious young widow and faithful helper. After Theodora was martyred, Anastasia was caught one again. She was ordered death by starvation and was starved for 60 days, but Anastasia was not harmed. It is said the martyr Theodora visited her and fed her during this time. The church decided the prisoners, including Anastasia and Eutychianus, would be killed by torment. They are entered the boat with holes in the base, but Saint Theodore appeared to them and steered the boat to shore. Once they landed, Anastasia and Eutychianus baptized 120 men. Following yet another escape, Anastasia was taken to the island of Palmaria. She was staked to the ground with her arms and legs stretched out and burned alive. Saint Anastasia's relics were taken to Constantinople, where a church was dedicated to her. Later, a hand and her hat were transferred to a monastery of Saint Anastasia near Mount Athos. The entire account of Anastasia's life and tragedies are believed to be purely legendary. All that is written in a martyr named Anastasia died for her faith in Sirmium, and her memory is sacred. Saint Anastasia is the patron saint of martyrs, weavers, and the suffering from poisons. Her feast day is celebrated on December 25th. So that's all about Saint Anastasia. I hope you're enjoying this video. Thank you. Bye.